So one of the dream passports for every expat is the Chile passport. The reason why this is a dream passport is, let's say you're from a first world country like US, Canada, Australia, UK, the list goes on, right? Any top Western country, and you're fed up of your home country government. You see situations happening which you're unhappy with. You don't like the way the government is headed, then you don't want to be dependent upon that one solid, strong passport to travel. Of course, there are some pay for passport schemes. Some of them are absolutely shitty. They're under the scanner. You absolutely don't want to rely on unreliable products. Such products, is it a citizenship? Is it not a citizenship? Is it risky? Not risky? You don't want any of that trash. It's a pile of trash if you compare that with the real citizenship. And a Chile passport is one of the best passports in the world. So once you have one of these in your hand, you don't need any of your Plan A passports. You can single-handedly rely upon this not only to live in a beautiful country, but you also have Mercosur advantages. And Mercosur is very important because it gives you a broad access to all the Mercosur countries. You can pick up other important key nationalities once you are a Mercosur citizen in future. You have that option as well. In this video, I'm going to discuss the 2-year fast-track route to Chile citizenship. There are two ways of obtaining the 2-year fast-track option, and then I'm also going to discuss the normal 5-year route. Not everyone qualifies for the 2-year fast-track, so you also have the normal route where you can naturalize in a beautiful country like Chile. This is unlike Mexico, Paraguay, or any other Latin country. This is a fully developed first world country. It's beautiful, and those 5 years or 2 years of your life are going to be worth it living in such a pretty beautiful country. But before I deep dive in the 3 options that I'm going to discuss in this video, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, take a moment and go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on important changes to programs and launch of new programs. I try to cover all the changes on the fly, so be notified as they happen. All right, so first I'm going to discuss the 5-year pathway. This, of course, starts with some type of residency, right? Some people think they can just use the visitor waiver and they can live there and get the citizenship. No, you want to have some sort of residency. So that's the first step, where you're trying to get a temporary residency permit inside of Chile. This is a fairly straightforward process. You start any kind of business. It should be a legit business, and you submit your plan, you submit what you have created, and then you can qualify for a residency. This is called as a temporary residency in Chile. Once this is in place, you got to wait for 2 years, right? After 2 years, you can convert this temporary residency into a permanent residency, and this is what you need then to apply for citizenship. Once you are on the permanent residency, you only have to spend 3 years, right? This is a wait period. Doesn't mean that you have to be inside the country for the total of the 3 years. Obviously, there is minimum physical presence that you would maintain. So then you reach your citizenship time frame, and once you hit the golden 5-year mark under this normal procedure, you can then apply for the Chile passport. Once you have that passport, you have visa-free access to US, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, you name it and you got it, right? This is the best passport that you can acquire, and this detaches you or removes you from any control your home country government will have on you, or single-handed control that your home country government would have on you. Let's say you renounce in future whatever other citizenships you have. This is going to be a solid pillar in place, a protective citizenship, a useful citizenship. And as I said, there's the Mercosur ability. So you can not only be the citizen of Chile, but you can go and acquire many other beautiful citizenships in the Mercosur bloc. So this is the normal route. The fast track 2-year route, the first way is, let's say you have a child in Chile, right? You have birth in Chile. Your child is going to be a citizen by birth, which is a huge advantage for your child's future. The child isn't going to be a UK, a Britisher, or an American, or a Canadian. The child isn't going to face the same situation that maybe you are facing. The child is going to be a citizen of Chile. Very unique, very exotic. So obviously the future of the child is secure. And what it also does is makes you eligible as a relative of a citizen of Chile, right? Your child is a Chile citizen, natural born Chile citizen. So then you have your eligibility to naturalize in just 2 years. So this is the fast track route. A lot of people look at Brazil, 1 year, Argentina almost immediate, but this is more worth it in my opinion, because here you're getting a world class, the best from a citizenship perspective. You don't get any better than Chile. So waiting those 2 years after your childbirth is worth its weight in gold. And then you have the third option, which is by marriage. So let's say you move to Chile, you're doing your education, let's say you're doing some schooling, you're learning a new language, you're taking a break for a few weeks, you're just hanging out, you manage to find the love of your life in Chile. Then via marriage, you're again looking at eligibility for the Chile citizenship in 2 years. And this should be a genuine marriage, right? Shady stuff, marriage of conveniences don't last, they don't work. So when you're planning of doing your immigration, it has to be a legitimate, genuine connection, a real relationship for you to wait for those 2 years. The marriage has to last for those 2 years, right? The other huge advantage of being a Mercosur citizen is that you can travel to the Mercosur countries, 4 or 5 vital, important countries, by using just your ID card, the cedula that you get from your home country, which let's say is Chile in this case. You can freely travel, live, work, do your business in other Mercosur countries. This is a huge advantage right away that you're looking at. Plus, you can always obtain a residency in the other Mercosur country, spend the 2 years or 3 years or whatever time frame is required for citizenship. This residency is much faster as compared to the regular residency that you would obtain. As a Mercosur citizen, you will have rights to special residency privileges in other Mercosur countries, spend the right amount of time, and because you have the freedom of movement, you're doing this smartly, right? Physical time on the ground. My regular viewers would know exactly what I'm talking about. Once you strike that balance or are able to show that connection or that balance, then you're looking at acquiring other powerful passports in that region. And this is one of the most important conversations I have with my clients, which is the best country to target for your Mercosur citizenship first. And this changes based on your circumstances. If you want to get started with not just Chile, but any other residency within the Mercosur bloc, so you can become a Mercosur citizen soon, you can always click the link in the description, book a call with us. We can figure out which one you qualify the fastest based on your circumstances, based on your earnings or your connections, your family members, affiliations, and whatnot. And we can get you started with the option of your choice. We only work with legit, authentic, and top attorneys in the jurisdictions that we support. Now, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to learn about 15 countries where you can naturalize immediately based on your circumstances, hop onto this video. This talks about 15 citizenships that you can qualify for right away. All right, catch you in this one.